Hi everyone, it's Cathy Zielske. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am excited to share a brand new set I designed called Ornamental. And this little holiday set, well, I decided to get a little crazy. I decided to just do a card with masking. Mostly because I didn't have the coordinating dies when I made this card. There are dies available, but I didn't use them, and I'm so proud of myself. Okay, let's take a look at the products. This is the new set. It is called Ornamental. And it's an ornament builder. You got one ornament shape, and you have the circle that you can stamp to fill in the ornament if you want to add color. Super simple, right? Ornament shape. And then there are also little bits here, little ornamental things that you can put inside your ornament, plus all these tiny little sentiments that will also fit in the ornaments, and some bigger titles and merry and holidays and there are coordinating dies, but I did not use them. What I did use for this project, however, was kind of a non-traditional Christmas palette. So I used Gina K inks. I've got Bubblegum Pink, I've got Key Lime, and the beautiful Sea Glass, and I just thought this was a really nice palette. I'll be stamping with some Memento Tuxedo black ink. I'm going to be using just a couple Copic markers and a Copic Multiliner, and also a little Tonic Aqua Shimmer glitter gloss. I'll have everything listed below, but I love that pen for adding a little bit of shine. I'm also going to be using a little bit of masking paper, and I've already cut out some masks because I have a little Hero Arts die set, and just so happens that the 1 1/4 inch die worked perfectly so that I did not have to cut by hand, although I will have to stamp and cut the little top of the ornament by hand, so I'll do that on the leftover paper. And for paper today, I've got some fun foam right there. That's going to be my dimensional aspect, and then just some Neenah Solar White and some Bubblegum Pink from Gina K Designs so that it will match my ornaments beautifully. Beautifully. Of course, I will be stamping today with my MISTI tool because the MISTI is magic. It's magic. Yes, it is. Make a wish on it, trust me. Oh, I will have an acrylic block for one bit of free range stamping just to prove that I'm trying to get better all the time. All right. So first, with those masks already die cut, I'm going to go ahead and just ink this up, just the top part, so that I can have just a little ornament piece to cover up, and you'll see as I get going. But I'm just going to cut this out really quickly. Just trim this out so that I have the little topper that can be isolated and protected from the ink that I will be laying down on this card. So I'll set that aside. Okay, time to start stamping. Now I've trimmed down my card panel of Neenah Solar White, and this is the 110 pound. I've cut it down to, well, I don't know what my math is. I took a 1/4 inch off each side. So whatever that comes to. And I'm going to ink up my first ornament and just press it down. Now, I've been using my little Swiffer cloth that I keep for cleaning up embossing powder. Been keeping it now for the MISTI. I learned this from my friend Mindy Egan, just to have a cloth when you're using the MISTI, and then it just makes it easy. Do you know what I mean? To slide, to get that glide instead of your skin just sticking. You know what I'm, okay. So this is the first ornament down. Got to clean up everything in between every stamping. And I'm going to start putting on my masks. Now when I lay this mask in, I want to have a little bit of the black showing on the left because I want it to look like these are all touching. I don't want to have a little bit of mask overlapping and then all of a sudden it looks like there's a bit of a gap, if that makes sense. So I'm going to have to do some moving of mask, but you'll see as I get going. So place down the ornament in position 2, and then I will repeat. I'll pick this up with the MISTI. I will ink it up with the Memento. I'm so excited about masking, I can't talk. Thank you. Memento black, get that black going, and when I press that down, I'm going to give a little bit of extra pressure right where the ink is overlapping the mask, just to make sure, because you know the mask, it's not thick, but it does add a little bit of thickness, so you want to make sure that you get it really good right in there so that it looks like it's going right into the next ornament. Just like that. And repeat. Lay down a mask, show a little bit of that black to the right, position my ornament, and this one I think I'm going to just kind of tilt it in a little, and repeat. Ink it, press it, golden. Lovely. Okay. Now, while I was over there, I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take one of the centers here. I like this particular one. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it down because the mask is there. And there's a lot of masking steps and layers to this, but you can kind of work in any order that makes sense. I thought this made sense, so I stamped down that cute little decoration for the center of my ornament. Lovely. And I'm going to hit that again twice too. You know, that's the beauty of the MISTI. It really is. I would not be able to do this freehand, you know, just with an acrylic block. So the fact that you can stamp down and nothing moves, pretty cool. Now I'm going to continue on, add another ornament off to the right, stamp that down, get a good press down. I really kind of got into a zone. I think when I filmed this whole thing, the entire process of what I'm showing you in this section took about 18 minutes. So I do speed things up a little just because I think, yeah, no one wants to, well, maybe you want to watch for, I don't think I want to talk for 18 minutes. But anyway, going on. It was very relaxing. You know, it's kind of relaxing. You stamp, you make the process, you hope that you don't mess up so that you have to start over, and boy, are you going to see something fun later, speaking of messing up. But now while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and add that little doodad to the center of that ornament on the end. Again, a good press down. Look at that. It's beautiful. Now it's time to lift up this particular mask, and I'm going to stamp down that little center. And you can really, you know, you can mix and match however you like. You could have them all be the same. I just think it's kind of cute to have different centers in each ornament. I'll lift up this mask, and then I will go ahead and add a little doodad in there as well. So now I've got little doodads in the centers of each one of the ornaments, and of course because of the masking, it's so magical. Because of the masking, it's all going to look like it's tucked in behind each other. Now, it's time to add color. So I'm going to take that little topper and take off the backer and just place it down right over the top of the first ornament for which I will add color. And then I'm going to take the center, the solid piece, and this is designed to fit right inside that ornament. Of course, you could offset it for a little charm, but I'm just going to get it as lined up as possible. And I'm going to start stamping in the centers. And I'm using Gina K Sea Glass for 2 of the ornaments. I just wanted to keep my palette really simple. You know, one thing you could do too is if you're good with Copic markers, this would be really fun once you get everything stamped out to get out your Copic markers. Or if you stamped everything in, let's say I had used amalgam ink, you could watercolor, and there's lots of ways you could color this in, but I just really like the quickness of stamping. So again, replacing masks and replacing that little tiny guy. I'm going to bring it over. That's something that is easy to forget. So just remind yourself before you stamp color down, do I have my little doodad? And yeah, I do. And again, adding the sea glass. And another thing about Gina's inks, now I'm stamping them twice because I want it to be really bold, rich color. But her inks are really, really nice quality. When they stamp, they will dry back lighter than what you see, and they will dry very smooth as well. So I just was hitting it twice to get some good coverage. And repeating. And now the next 2 ornaments are going to be stamped in the key lime. And again, get that little mask over the topper, get my ink out, and stamp down. Now I will tell you something, I love Gina's inks so much. I started out with just the cubes. I have all of Gina's cubes, and slowly but surely I've been keeping a list, and I am adding full-size pads because it's kind of fun to have both. I think both can work, but maybe I'm just a supply glutton. Yeah, I think that's more it. But anyway, I'm building my Gina K full pad size collection. That's one of my goals in life. Now, if you notice on that green one, there's a little bit of a halo of white because I forgot to move the mask over. Does that make sense? So if that's going to bug you and you're doing something like this, make sure you pick up those masks every time and move them. Again, it's that black ink. I just got so carried away that I didn't even think to do it. But I think it looks okay. I mean, you know what? It is a handmade card, and I like the offset a little bit. I think that's kind of cute. And now for the last little bit here, I am going to do the center ornament. But see how cool that, I just think it's cool, the whole masking thing. This is new, still kind of new to me. I've only done a few cards with masking, and it does take some forethought. Math isn't really my strong suit, but I put this in the same category as math. So this is very basic math for me. Spatial relations. But I think that looks really good. Is that cute? It's very cute. Very cute for a one-layer card, but I'm letting it dry. I'm not going to stamp on that pink until it's completely dry. So while I'm waiting, I'm just going to use some simple, these are just some Copic markers, T0 and T1. Very, very simple. And now, while I'm still waiting for that pink and everything to be perfect to stamp on, I'm going to freehand this. This isn't really a strong suit either. I'm not really a hand sketcher of anything. I've seen Christina Werner do this probably with blindfolded and two hands behind her back. She's a genius with the pen and the pencil. Me, not so much. But I got it down and I thought it was pretty good, and I pulled out this pen, and as soon as I made the first loop, I realized I had the wrong size Copic liner. Now, I'm not going to throw my daughter under a bus here, Aiden, but she took my smaller Copic liner to law school with her because she likes to write really tiny. So I was super bummed. I redid the whole thing. I went out to my local art supply store. I picked up 2 more Copic multiliners. By the way, I forgot that they were $10 each. Note to self, think ahead. And I bought 2 more. So I replaced the .251 that she had taken, and I also got a .35, and I kind of tested them out, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go with the 3.5, but I really did do the whole card over. And you know what, I'd like to say that it was as relaxing as it was the first time, but I actually will say this, I think it turned out better. I think the stamping was just a tiny bit better. And you know what, if you got the time and you're picky about those kinds of things, there you go. But once I got that down, I thought, you know what, it's still too heavy. I should have gone with the .25. Heck, I should have gone with the .003, but I don't have that one. But you know what? It's done. Next, stamped on the Jingle All the Way, which I think is just, I love all the little sentiments in here. They're tiny and they're cute. And just for fun, and just because I was feeling my inner Christina Werner, I decided to add a little shadow layer, if you will, to my ornaments. Just using that light gray Copic, just kind of colored it in. And you know what? I think it looks really good. I love it. Time to build the card. I know, this is going on, right? We're all in with this one. Okay, gonna go with the Bubblegum Pink for the base. And I use a bunch of different adhesives. I like scrapbook adhesives for applying fun foam to the card panel, but then I like using liquid adhesive to take the fun foamed panel and put it on the card base. And then it gives you, just a little bit of time to kind of move it around and make sure you are framing it just right. The final step for me was to take a little of this Aqua Shimmer from Tonic and just color in the toppers of the ornaments to give them a little nice shine and shimmer. And this pen is great. It's like Wink of Stella, but I kind of prefer this one. It's hard to see the shimmer there. Well, you can kind of make it out, but it's really shiny in real life. And that is my finished card project. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and this set, Ornamental, is now available at Simon Says Stamp. And there are dies, if you want the dies, but I'm telling you, one layer masking, it's kind of working. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I would love to have you become a subscriber, and I'll see you back here again soon.